HuntyHorn, my dudes, my name is HuntyHorn. Welcome to the Juice of God's Future. So, from what I understand, this is a game where you juice people because of overpopulation. I'm not too sure. Let's just enter it and see what happens. I saw this, it looked weird. The Juice of God's Future is what we call it. The more the merrier doesn't apply when there are this many people. This factory is taking a weight off the planet's shoulders. We juice people who don't contribute to society, to put it simply. Or rather, you do. Drink up. Okay, so yeah, we juice people. That's kind of gross. I'm not an atheist. I don't care about your religion. You can be free, I don't care. I have children and I'm resourceful. Sure, cool. Okay, so I click free if they are, I'm not emotionally detached. Okay. So yeah, you click free if you don't want to juice them, and then you click juice if you want to juice them. I have a job and I'm malnourished. How are you malnourished? Whatever, you're fine. So far I've freed everybody. I'm not bitter. Okay. Population report 1 of 3. Creativity high, intelligence very high, happiness very high. These are the averages for people, or for everyone in the world. Deprived society of a good person and the stats are affected negatively and vice versa. Okay, so we're fine right now. I'm not going to live a long life. Oh, let's just juice you. Whatever. That's so sad. I'm not social. I'm not social either, but we're gonna juice him. Just because I know that I'm not hard-minded, you're good. I know that if we accept people who are not social and stuff, I'm working at getting a job. You're fine then. Very high, intelligence is high, happiness is very high. Okay. But yeah, like, my thing is, I'm not an atheist, you're fine, whatever. Atheism isn't bad, believing in whatever isn't bad. I'm not unique. Juice. We need unique people. I'm not unique. Well, let's juice you as well. Very high, very high. See, we're doing well. I feel sick. I have a PhD and I'm going to live a long life. You're good then. This is very... I'm working at getting a job. Fine. This is very like... You have to meet society standards. I'm not well educated. See, that's not a problem. But this game wants me to juice them. Nearly everyone lived in a creative, magical land. For better or for worse. Their creativity inspired many aspects of their lives and sparked happiness in the people. Everyone knew what everyone else did, and they were very intelligent. They managed to successfully transfer human consciousness into robots not long after the factory's godly work. No one had the slightest touch of depression about them. The people were so happy that no one had any trouble working traditionally dreadful jobs. And that concludes your involvement. I hope you're content with what you've done here. I'm not! See, my problem is I had to juice people. I legitimately, like, took people and I squeezed them. Now, I'm gonna do it again, but I'm gonna see what happens when I free everybody. Because, realistically, I don't give a damn about any of this crap. I was just playing it the way I knew it wanted me to play it. And I mean, I got the good ending. But like, this time it seems to be adding in a lot more things though, which is weird. Huh. Creativity is very low. See, I'm just going to free everybody. Because I want to see what happens, because I don't think anybody should be juiced. I don't give a damn. Like, it's like, I don't know, They're basically forcing natural selection based on other people's thoughts, and see, it evens itself out. Like, they're basing it off of people's thoughts of what's good and what's not good. And I'm basing it off of what our societal standards are today. Because everyone forces the belief that you need to be rich and famous to be happy and whatnot, which is not true. You just have to be you. And who cares realistically if you are depressed or if you are not educated or whatever. No one gives a damn. The only people who are going to give a damn are dumb people. Rarely did anyone think in a creative way. Their surroundings were cold and hard. There was no art for comfort. The world was a meadow of highly intelligent people. They managed to successfully transfer human consciousness into robots not long after the factory's godly work. The people cared for themselves and others. They were happy. The people were so happy that no one had any trouble working traditionally dreadful jobs. And that concludes your involvement. So, when I that's weird. When I freed everybody, I still got a good ending, but nobody was creative, which is weird. That doesn't make sense to me, because naturally, the people who are creative would still be around. Let's juice everybody now. I have a kid and I'm stubborn. Get juiced, bitch. Yeah, so now I want to see what happens if we juice everybody. I'm not in shape. I don't care. You're getting juiced. That just means more juice, and that makes you better to me. I'm working at getting a good job. You're working at getting juiced, bitch. I'm working at getting a teaching job. You can teach me how to juice more effectively. How about that? I have a mansion and I'm malnourished. You are juice. Very high. Intelligence is very low. I have a creative outlet and I'm social. You are juice, sir. Also, yeah, they're all men, I'm assuming. I'm not in shape. You are juice. That's what you meant to say. I have a children and I'm social. I have a children. I have children and I'm social. You have juice and you are juice. I'm not smart. You are juice, though. Creativity average, intelligence average, happiness is very low. I have a kid and I'm unique. You are also very unique in your juicy manner. I'm working at getting a nice house. You are working at becoming juice. I have ideas and I'm going to live a long life. You are going to not live a long life because you're going to be juice. Very low, very low, very low. Interesting. I'm not judgmental. You are juice, though. I'm saying the same jokes over and over. I have money and I'm hard-minded. You're also juice. Ah, sir, did I tell you that you're juice? I have a job and I'm constantly juice. A lot of people were very creative. Creativity was so prominent, perhaps, it became an obstacle. No one had any form of education. No one was capable of any scientific achievement. Society might as well have been in the second Stone Age. Above all, people were happy. The people were so happy that knowing blah, 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 blah. So when I juiced everybody, there was no intelligence, but there was creativity. I don't know if the choices I make actually correlate, or if it just kind of depends on what specific traits you juice and don't juice, and those traits are completely randomized is how I'd imagine it. Alright, let's do one more run where I just do, again, based on societal standards and what it means. Like, I'll try to dig as deep as I can with it. I'm working at getting a nice house. That means that this person does already have a job. They are already educated, so they're fine. Because realistically, what society thinks you need is a good job. And you get a good job from... You get a good job basically from being educated. And so this is basically saying that you need to be happy, you need to be healthy, all that stuff. This is so interesting. I'm not social. Well, that means you'd be juice in a perfect society, obviously. I'm working at getting a wife. Good for you. I'll free you, I guess. I'm working at getting a PhD. They definitely want him. Not social. That means that you'd be juice, I guess. See, we're doing really well. And that hurts. I have a teaching job and I'm social. You're pretty much perfect in their minds. Fame and resourceful. Oh, I have ideas that I'm constantly ill. You have ideas, though. Happiness is average. Holy cow, that tanked it. I have riches and I'm hard-minded. Free. We need to boost happiness. I have ideas and I'm malnourished. We're gonna get rid of him. Because I think that'll drop happiness. I'm not constantly ill, sure. Nearly everyone lived in a creative way, magical land. For better or for worse, creativity was so prominent, perhaps it became an obstacle. Everyone knew what everyone else did, and there were very intelligent people, including colonizing multiple planets. No one had the slightest touch of depression. That's good. So, yeah, when we really tried to think it through, everyone was creative, everyone was smart, and everyone was happy. It's just my problem with this is societal standards are terrible, and they don't work out like that perfectly. Obviously, I mean, if you just got rid of sad people and you just got rid of people who are ill and whatnot, I mean, that's not going to make things better. I mean, that just gets rid of people. That gets rid of potential. There are so many people that have potential that are just ignored because they don't have money, or they don't have this, they don't have that, and it's kind of ridiculous. And I think this game is probably trying to express that in a satirical way, meaning if you're not perfect you get juiced, which is when I believe it's a political statement toward what our standards are. So I don't know, you can look at what it did, what it said and whatnot, and come up with your own conclusion for what this game was. I kind of like it. I like political stuff like that. I think there are a lot of things wrong with our standards today and how we deal with them and stuff. And so I always just like when there's just a lot of satire going toward that. But there are also 2 other games that this guy made that I'll be covering, because they look really good. And I like the kind of awkward layout of them. Everything's just kind of that weird. Gives you a whatever that guy's name is. He did the Nightmare Before Christmas movie. I can't remember his name. I feel really bad for not knowing it right now. Oh my gosh, just because I'm trying to think. But kind of give me that vibe, but in a slightly more, I don't know, done way. Also, that thing in the background as the clouds looks kind of like a face, which throws me off. But anyways, I'm gonna end this episode here, so thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a dislike and hateful comment saying I'm ho, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.